We're in Baltimore, Maryland for the NAACP annual convention, the first meeting they're having under the Trump presidency.
Speak out. Don't be afraid. Don't worry about being the subject of a tweet.
Eric Holder spoke today at the NAACP convention. He just finished up, shaking a lot of hands. Hey, Mr. Holder, Chris Moody with CNN.
Hey, man.
Can we walk and talk real quick with you?
All right.
What impact has Trump had on activism in communities of color?
I think it's probably galvanized people. I think people feel that there's the need to be active, there's a need to be involved, there's a need to have their voices heard in opposition to some of the policies that the president and people in the administration have been pushing. So I'm actually kind of heartened to see the numbers of people, not only in minority communities, but really around the country, people who are, expressing their views and trying to shape policies.
Some of the biggest names in Democratic politics are here at the convention.
I think all communities have been activated and inspired to have their voices heard because they feel their voices have not been heard in this administration. And I find it very exciting. And I'm finding also that it's people of every generation, of every gender, of every geographic area in our country. And so that is certainly a silver lining to what's been going on.
So there's a group of people following Bernie Sanders through the NAACP convention. He's got a panel here with a couple other lawmakers.
Bernie Sanders. He's very down to earth. He has a very even track record. He's been with the struggle. I wanted to get a picture with him to show my friends and family back home that I don't know, the work that we're doing is important and I don't know, it means a lot.
The NAACP is the oldest civil rights organization in the country, and they're trying to figure out how they remain relevant into the 21st century.
It's a very important historic organization where a lot of people are wondering, what's their work now? And I think the NAACP itself is wondering that as well.
One of the things that people must understand that social justice is not a competition. We applaud all the young people who get engaged. Is it important that we have more voices? We are one vehicle that people can plug into. There are many other vehicles, as there should be. There have always been other vehicles. NAACP, our mission is very clear, and we continue to chart a course based on that mission.
One person noticeably absent, the President of the United States.
We do not have what we believe is an ally in the White House. We don't believe that we have someone who is concerned. Unfortunately, the truth of the matter is African Americans are not at the top of anyone's political agenda.
I walked in here today to the NAACP, and I think there's a lot of people that are talking about things that they can do in their communities. There's something that has to change, and there's and I know there's a groundswell of activism and people that are just fed up.
President Trump and a lot of people that are for him are just ill-informed about the African American community. And I believe they mean well, but perception is 100% of reality. And at this point, his perception of the African American community is just unfair.
How has Donald Trump's presidency changed activism in your mind, or maybe changed priorities?
Our civil rights, if they're not enforced, if our children are not safe in our communities, if our young people are gunned down, if our men are killed, those things actually matter. And so I think right now, yes, jobs are critical, education is critical, but safety is critical, humanity is critical, and those are the things that we have to make sure that we don't lose sight of.
NAACP issues its first statewide travel advisory, for Missouri. Posted, August 2, 2017, 10:11 p.m. EDT. Updated, August 2, 2017, 10:11 p.m. EDT. The NAACP is sending a strong message to people of color traveling through Missouri: go at your own risk. The organization is circulating a travel advisory after the state passed a law that Missouri's NAACP conference says allows for legal discrimination. The warning cites several discriminatory incidents in Missouri, included as examples of looming danger in the state. The NAACP says this is the first travel advisory ever issued by the organization, at the state or national level. The Missouri Conference initially published the advisory in June, and it was recognized nationally at the NAACP's annual convention last week. Individuals traveling in the state are advised to travel with extreme caution, the advisory warns. Race, gender, and color-based crimes have a long history in Missouri. Why now? The advisory was issued after Senate Bill 43, which makes it more difficult for employees to prove their protected class, like race or gender, directly led to unlawful discrimination passed through the Missouri legislature in June. Missouri Governor Eric Greitens signed it into law soon after. Greitens and other supporters of the bill have said it puts Missouri's standards for lawsuits in line with other states. But that's not how the NAACP sees it. The Missouri NAACP State Conference called the legislation a Jim Crow bill. This does not follow the morals of Missouri, Conference President Rod Chappell Jr. told CNN. I hate to see Missouri get dragged down deep past the notion of treating people with dignity. There have been other instances of discrimination in the state that could have elicited an advisory before this, several of which are listed in the warning. Among them are racist incidents reported at the University of Missouri that prompted protests across campus in 2015, as well as the state attorney general's annual report that found black drivers were stopped by police at a rate 75% higher than white drivers. Chappell said he met with Greitens about the Senate bill several times. After the bill passed, he said they had a fair and frank discussion about what the legislation would do. At a later meeting, Chappell said he brought several faith leaders in the community to talk with the governor about theology and morality. Ultimately, none of that worked, Chappell said. Neither the governor's office nor the Missouri Division of Tourism responded to multiple requests for comment. What does it mean? The advisory doesn't tell people to not go to Missouri. Rather, the NAACP wants minority travelers to be aware of what it says are potential risks. People should tell their relatives if they have to travel through the state, they need to be aware, Chappell said. They should have bail money, you never know. In the advisory, the NAACP urges individuals to warn your families, co-workers, and anyone visiting Missouri to beware of the safety concerns with travel in Missouri. These concerns, the organization writes, could include unnecessary search and seizures and potential arrest. Traditionally, travel advisories are released ahead of severe weather or political disruptions. The State Department publishes international travel warnings and alerts for countries with ongoing violence, frequent terrorist attacks or increased health risks, to name a few. The ACLU has issued travel advisories similar to the NAACP's in the past, one for Arizona in 2010, and one in Texas earlier this year. Both advisories were circulated after state laws passed allowing law enforcement officers to question a person's immigration status. What will it take for the advisory to be lifted? After SB 43 passed through the legislature, the initial travel advisory was supposed to last until August 28, when the bill would potentially go into effect. That changed when Greitens signed it into law. We see this travel advisory remaining in effect for the foreseeable future, Chappell said. He wants to see several changes in the state before the advisory is lifted, starting with the repeal of the law that prompted the advisory in the first place. Chappell also said there should be a plan in place on how the state is going to address people of color being stopped by police at a disproportionate rate. He also wants to see a change in how Missouri prosecutors handle hate crimes. We need to have some basic ground rules for how human beings treat each other, Chappell said. The CNN Wire. Trademark and copyright 2017 Cable News Network Incorporated, a Time Warner company. All rights reserved.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done... for life hating so much. Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't been
Wow.
on a bike before,
Sheriff's getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts, 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So But getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not. They're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now. Where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran in, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.